we no no mu ombeka ibia ba papa no me metietie no a he will say it as it is and then me ni bedi nkomo Nhyira Agyarko good morning.
Good morning.
Bibi aboko dia.
Me ada room ye ho
ye da okropon ase. Na efie te say.
Efie dia boko.
Be mic ne kakra ma me wada room.
Efie dia boko.
Right. As a former minister, obechiri na ohwe se we di aban mu kakra na wa betena fie. Se na atmosphere ne tie.
Oh, me dey
me pese camera ne pick you ba nti wadaro ma be straight ama me na sure
me epime
you ne so Jeff ya na it's saying environment after office and I say
nothing much.
Wow.
Semi minister, semi minister. My brother no sa e koso said it was his koso. Wow. Me say why you adwuma pi in fact we dey wasua de pa and why operations manager and analyst for a Bank of New York ni ade after say free office ni we is our profession so o to aso sa ukura o ye ho adwuma me ye ho adwuma in the sense say adesua de we dey da bia so sua kakra. Okay. Me my brother no I govern it by 104.5. I must learn something new every day.
Okay.
I must make life a little better for somebody else every day. Enti professionally I can kind of ya you do so pa.
Ugusu achro. Na ya o tete no makakra free near kokoso ewo party ni mu do you write something for them? Do you recommend things for them?
Oh, party achro ni de me tropa.
Okay.
Ene ye din komoso. Oh, okay. Because ni bibia na de to krataso.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Unim baby e beka ku free. Sometimes the conversation is so sensitive.
Okay.
Say nipa kra e fa no ho no. Ono na wona ne ko transit disa ankomo no.
Okay.
Ana afutu bi wo mu. Enti ene de manonna.
Okay.
Kusopa.
Wow. Wonderful. My young show kakra in the MPP. Uru ewo MPP mu so far. Me hu se obeye National Council member kra ni ade. Wa MPP ni mu ache. Then it free him na obedru him win the MPP because Yatibu Agyarko in the MPP.
Yo, MPP no medim 34 years now.
Wow, 34 years.
Yeah, omo share MPP ase. Me can be. In fact, I was that time na me was exile for America.
Okay.
Me war US. Nhyira FM. Ye share Dankwa Memorial Club.
Okay.
Ase. Maybe we Ghana have Victor Usunum ne de da no. US so na me da no 91.
Okay.
Dankwa Memorial Club USA. 28th July 1992. Yes, a call MPP no.
Right.
I became the chair for North America.
Okay.
MPP. And very instrumental in opening other foreign branches.
Right.
Till 1997-98, and I'm step down. The MPP no de bedimu akutene pa.
Okay.
Na tradition no ankasa kura no. Me shall was legal 1978 as youth leader for Popular Front Party.
Yeah.
And the idea Bremwa Bidru MPP. The MPP no mache 2008 me be contested presidential nipa 17 no.
Sure.
Me ye no man go back. Me ne Dr. Heyman nom ne Professor Kumfia me ya nom. Ye 2 ye say yanko hwe ne ntia abano yan wini.
Right.
Yananti Ghana ha nyina a report, the Heyman Committee report. And no need lead to say polling station for nyina to abani bi no.
Can you know monka ho?
There be no, in fact constituency officers 10 no crowd, not only 4.
And network.
na 4 no emra ye de 4 no kura na bi ni ho nti ni nyina chairman asem chairman
no pe omukra na do mawurawuram okay
eno na de bi ye be expansion
right
ye wie ye me be former president Akufo-Addo the campaign manager for the internal elections
right
and 2011 me be national campaign manager for the 2012 elections
sure mekai
wie eno no me be policy advisor for the 2016 campaign
right
that time no policy advisor na Dr. Bawumia na chairman of the manifesto committee nti na me ne no
and the collaborative right
boom policy manifesto
okay
2017 me be energy minister for a short time
sure
enti party ni de mananti mo ache ena ma ye adwumaden so party no sometimes to the threat to my own life but yedim
ado threat you say you be wodin
na se me yabom etua kameda
ade ewo hin
1983
na MPP adwuma
and then say PFP
okay
that we are migrating na in 70 dB but
na unu be o issue ana
na say we are politician there we air down no be issue but soldier ban
that time no
ti yebo mutio wo Bema camp Air Force station na me ncha de mangu ena minya mitri didi mo me de call exile me di 18 years for exile and sana mitimi
na mo na mo sha ase se ase soja ban no mo pese yeye no amaduku ana na
mo from university days
na mo gina mu dendende
soja ban there cause you won't be paying
right
so could be anywhere esi Ghana men be from Yetun Kroma.
Okay.
I was in primary school.
The first coup Ghana
to the last. Unim. Na soja buying ya experience any other country's experience. Enko yesa. A champion there. Kafi Kadochi.
O de uhunu no
clear pa. Sata na mo makol first year ligo.
Okay.
So no. Enti soja ban nya dia me pe wo mabrabo. Ena me so manu bokiti enna meka. So no. Enti your political space nyamin chade Fourth Republic no. Ejina.
Yeah.
Ma this ready ni se enkoso nyina sa. Mistakes bia ewom no. Ye be correct.
Right.
Yan correct enumu sine say yan wish say soja ban be samba.
But we're 2024 na Afro Barometer other surveys wo mo ye ni nyina no point out na as a Ghana for wo mo abre and utie youth no bebre no they wish that ohwe post wo mo ye no youth no bebre wish that military government emra to the extent say President John Dramani Mahama win the elections here no more and you saw some of these countries are military presidents for ewumu any ade ebipie you saw how the people youth no applauded no say this is a sign of almost survey no more here and say as a youth na dwene ko say military
no military regime da
eno de Ghana omu JZ for ne de 1990s
no bi da no bisamu ye don't wish for it
okay
soja buying my film several times
right
Yet soldiers to meet Tigukro. Strip women naked.
Wow.
And be Ujina Horne Suda for Becho Mammy, ya run hunina near boom, bidjem.
Now washe.
Wow. Ubia no also said Obefra. So no. O baby chemi so o skirt here too short and ye be pound one bow. Just say mpabra esi krom ha no and people who lost their lives and I say all for what corruption a champon bekae no we are saying the corruption had gotten worse. That's how we got the word kalabuli.
Right.
So it had gotten worse. Under Rawlings, it was the same thing. The human rights abuses. Omo air penny say no.
Yeah.
So soldier for tigu omo so omo bro omo. Edi no mbeka.
Almost as at this time, Asuja for no more banner, or here my hodona, Tisenka, your Burkina de Obai, no more bodging suit to arena. They are not too violent like Titi, Dienwa, Ebia Momo witnesses.
Sani be omogene.
Okay.
And now no young call for Mokoton toast. Our Burkina on. And then the two. Violence comes from all different angles.
Okay.
So no, controlling a state means protecting.
Okay.
Now Burkina dahono almost 2/3 akodi jihadists themselves. Wars are going on there. So no.
Internally.
Intinye trare ene ebro nkrofo jihadists ebro nkrofo. Na omo wish for military nkrofo a ukromfo wadehye akwa won kwa ya say. Edi na kire wo say jihadists no omo ntimi nru Ghana. Na omo ba ba yede wo a wo se wo ye babunu oni omo akoko. Enti niam bi Jamaica for omo can say be very careful what you wish for because you may get it. So no. Omo ye na soja na turare edru ha ene ne ebeti na kankan ti mesre Ghana for. Adia ya tried that several times amwaye no. Momu yenhwe so na democracy e womu. Achia kura emui. Na yentre no kakra. Ne mfanko eni.
Right. Ukase na your policy advisor for the 2016 elections no ni ade. And ohwe sa no ma ade I mean, Sujafo be remuni adi nyina no some of these policies enko yi na corruption be remuni no ma na de sa no me eba. Menim proposals are ye di wura I mean the MPP first term ni mu policies are wankasa o propose di ma wo mu any dey hin and was it executed?
Oh, policies in the bebre.
Okay.
Free SHS buy.
Okay.
So no.
Na your idea.
Okay. Because I believe in group work.
Right.
So no.
Right.
All the policies that the MPP government proposed and carried out. A group work. Policy advisor, you una obe share a coordinate adwene pa e free mia bani nyina no akeke nsie ni.
Okay.
Na a manifesto for under Dr. Bawumia. Right. Na ko candidate ho Nanado Danko Kufuado.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day no ono na ordinance be shase and obey president on the be implemented.
Right.
So no bebreba MPP ye nyina policy they will try. There's a difference between policy and its implementation.
Sure.
Into bedru baby no behwe no na implementation no akoye bibi foforo. Simply because a dynamic environment is dynamic. A bedroom baby na niema bia wo susu ye no asesa.
Okay.
Asesa you have to come back and revisit the policy.
Right.
So
right.
Design and sana wetim dia ko enim. Timi kan say ye nyina e ko 100%. E dru baby e be chia no watene no. Nipa na oni ne ye adwuma.
Yeah.
Nipa so ye unpredictable. Enti policy a wo de beto ho no. Dance boa eni be dane kakra. And na implementation no e be chia kakra. E chia ye tre no.
So obo free SHS. What are some other policies and when you say iconic ade ananka ejina mu brania mo implement here?
In the Miami sector, in the energy sector.
Okay.
A kwanya ye fa so the year procurement of independent power producers.
Sure.
generation.
IPPs.
No.
Okay.
Ankoye. Yebetnetne no ama. In fact, there was a plan, power purchase agreement review.
Yeah.
We rearranged it in such a way so over the 13-year period, we're going to have the cost of power generation.
Okay.
So no, Ubajin say a small, but when you over 13 years, when you look at saving over $10 billion, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So no, in the healthcare agenda 111.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah.
Making healthcare available and affordable.
Right.
Under agenda 111. And also, Kofonia mebia ye try say ye be revive it.
Okay.
Say metro mass nomnesadi. Nina it's a continue.
Yeah.
Into Kofonia mebi ye one district, one factory. And also, you try say be one village, one dam. So no, and also ti o say DNA Akufo-Addo iconica.
This way.
Who is free SHS? You be school feeding program. You be share mukina. So no,
right.
One district, one factory. The na ye aim at now was to improve the quality of human capital,
right,
through education and training, and also employment, especially for young people. And these were the two focal areas. Na Akufo-Addo aban any DH.
Baya na mo ye sa mo hwehwe sa policies na. Eya mo looking at funding how mo de sa policies ni betu dwa kire Ghana for no. Ehin na mo konye scare free dia ye no ne those things. Do you consider them? Because at the end of the day, you say before 2024 elections no. A car na baby a Ghana ye gina car na ye de no. Looking at the Fourth Republic na Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. Besiane car na wa bono. Bro the Fourth Republic omo abanyina. And if you are looking at that statistics, would you say as a proper checks and considerations for the implementation of those policies?
Ghana, right from independence, you see car, your revenue, and soon your expenditure done. Right. Save 2 years, 67 and 68.
Okay.
Into almost 70 years of existence, we have always had a shortfall.
Okay.
Into that's a boy. It was a ukupebi free baby. Osha on the, let me give you an example on the foreign exchange.
Right.
Ghana, you hear about $10 billion of foreign exchange every year to fund the Nhyira.
Okay.
We generate about 6 billion.
Right.
Until you have a shortfall of 4 billion.
Right.
And because your Bobisiani in dollars, exchange rate, it mima at car would ne quantity esesa.
Baby a dollar nijina.
Baby a dollar nijina. It mima nesesa. Enti Nhyira pi eko. Obia ni wa ana company bia ni wa. Obeka se meniso ade hu ana programs a me wono. Me bottom sika nko a na me de beye. Enti sa wo ye design project o say equity me dia metimi dia kom enie. Debt besia e wo se me de ka ho ma edimu no. Esan se wo ani da so bi se so wo ria ade a wo ye no e be generate enough returns e ma do akutua wo debt.
Yeah.
So no, and yes, you look at it. Ghana Hano, we haven't collected enough taxes to cover our expenditures.
Tax no agenisa.
It's
okay.
So no, and ye jekura a unifa baby. Oko porta ewo taxes a unifa.
And I know crack customs for the
yes,
85 million.
Enti sawusha a question I'll be saying. Ye programs in the projects na.
Yeah.
in the feasibility analysis and cost benefit. Yehwe saa nneɛma nyinaa. Ne aka sɛ yɛnyɛ bottom sika sei na beso.
Okay.
Say ɛna ebia aid amanonefo akyɛde a wɔn de bɛbrɛ grant aid and grant ɛno so yɛ say. Deɛ aka no gisi ɛkɔhwehwɛ sika free baabi na yɛde atoa so. Adeɛ ehia wo no. Ode katoka so na ode ayɛ. So
right.
The ehia no de katoka so na ode ayɛ.
Ba mo ma ya rehim pa because na yɛhwɛ campaign one anado down Kwaku on the platform. Na ɔka kyerɛ sɛ yɛte sika so ɛna ɛkɔm de meaning say we had everything here and anki bitimi they implement all those policies and he expected senki bia fail or was it just a political?
No, yɛte sika so it means we have enough resources. Say sika any resources come here inside the crowd. There is no country ni boto mo ayema omo bisien free baby. Even the US. Even the US. Every Wednesday omo bisien almost to the rollover, almost to the tune of $1 trillion US. So no. Enti okase yeti sika so it means to say resources will kroma. Aye betumi di ayade. Akase die ye be pempen so na kra babo so. I exploit your resources ye di adwuma. Let me give you a simple example. Gold. In the 80s and maybe even early 2000, official records of gold exports was just a little over $2 billion.
Right.
But Oko Dubai gold exchanger figure say Ghana imports of gold are about 5 billion. 3 billion of I.
Yeah.
Illegal.
Yes, smuggle.
So no. Akufo-Addo free so no. Now we reckon gold was about 5 billion. Say gold production akosro no. Now we are getting about 11 billion. Cocoa, ya expand na enansen cocoa nsem semia bay. Ene de asem fufraba. But o share your resources to say lithium, ne hwan ya. Ni nyina go ho.
Yeah.
Ya mo a ye ho enka say your resources we ye exploit it edi ahwe ye ho.
Okay.
And President Akufo-Addo, the essence of his statement was that obehweme ya exploit resources nyina say ne be ya ye ho be ho yen ai enye se sikapuduo bi da baabi a ya chichire da Bank of Ghana so no and ye kofa.
Yeah.
But how to exploit our resources in order to make this country wealthy?
But yentumi anye
enye one day enye one process. Here who see mine, let's say gold mine.
Okay.
What discover gold? Who see it will take about 3-4 years.
Right.
So no. Who see power plant to generate power? It takes 3 to 4 years. Enti ashase no a wo announce now do any koto so you see who gold or ha e china ye business car no waiting. We have to understand developments a process. President Akufo-Addo ashase when you know free abenya no so aban foforo a waba no ono so ntoa so no ye de ntoa so saa ena ebedimu.
Okay.
Enti nyade a one day to say the o flip o so chana neamanesi.
But do you think some year the move to me but 2024 no an favor mo and say you made some mistakes bintinama NPP a lusu 2024 because looking at the policies are now bobo here they were great policies in fact they be work cry unique yente ho asem da but head then na mutumi lusu election
about no enye policies nko a ene de to aba so nyama bebre ebem then after Nhyira Hodwa President Kufuor you lose 2008. So no. Abato no wo kwa o policies wo ho. Ena attitudes su ene ban
su ne ban
eso wo ho.
Right.
So no. Ena the moment so no ebia obehwe putuprum na bibiasi
ebre na ye wum no. Okay.
Na bibiasi na fe omamu no nyina attitude asesa.
Okay.
Yentuntia no. So no Nhyira ahodo ene ko elections mo. So wo bisa me a meka say party no amu ankasa na enwinwi abem. Na omo kokon na ma no. Omo nwinwia. Ebe na kon no akoso. Enti mobilizing the party itself became a problem.
Okay.
So no.
Na muntimi nka omo momu sa.
Yen kam mum ena menya ya niema bi wo ha o se nka party manankasa etiase ejina brain. Amanasa. So
Okay.
no. Ye kan COVID so by no. Look, it was very disruptive.
Okay.
Nipa bia omo hu pandemics dano. And now omo kenkan about pandemics no. Ombejin say COVID ye excuse keke. Pandemic ne bi esi Ghana hada. 1903. Juma edi Gold Coast no. Na nya sem ketwa e free ship bia e free salon. And a decontamination by that year pandemic no 55 million people died. So no Ghana COVID by look at the effect on production, look at the effect on the health of people. Ni na no na wasa ban ne yeden esom na antipansam enti the COVID period no Abine lost its balance as it were. By the time ye be regain your balance, na about to edruso. Now you see, tememuni or to aba nim pray no show. Any dear done in him. And when a disruption comes in, we are buying with dear mia. 2024, most governments are not so that lost their elections because of all these disruptions. And yes, 2024, yes, ni policies. Yes, na policies ni nyejuma. Now a lot of factors then contributed to our losing the elections,
including attitude outcomes.
Including attitudes.
Na a free sroho na say free grassroots.
Attitude in free baby back.
Okay.
A sroho for ye nyina ye ka ho. A form for so ye nyina ye ka ho. So no. In every battle, so we lose focus.
Yeah.
For 1 second with the emia. So no.
Okay.
Yama nieme bi ye here. So no. Emma ye ni free power na ye pre no so. So no.
Right.
Omo disikechi forgetting there was power. So no.
Okay.
Omo di amemnimfiachi edi achire forgetting there was power to be fought for. Omo di ehiachi edi achire forgetting there was power to be fought for. Ukani nyina bomu a there was general discontent. Just amemnimfibi wo wa eni amwaye abatu obreno.
Ora Afrobarometer, the perception of corruption is surrounding the government, you know. Almost survey nature say a major contributing factors no. In fact, almost a topping around 2, that's second, which a year march of concern say corruption pa na amanfo susu se mo aban no corruption current government ohwe NSADI ekoi any other ones are almost a site no pointed out to corruptions na cost no nsusu say sa no ma nyina no so no sa corruption perception no and wom and some of the evidence about from the attorney general near the ade no try and say mo an sheda ni mudwuma yi le mo an fasika na anya de esem de ye
Mejitum say there was corruption in some circles. Mejitum. Enna corruption nipa ho ade o.
Right.
Aban bia ne ho a wabagana ha yamfa corruption charge amon. So no. And in fact, coups are happening with Ghana yinano. The excuse has been they were corrupt.
Sure.
Also ba the near two of moms they were also corrupt.
To be the Bonnie Yonko.
Obia the Bonnie Yonko. That is not to say there was no corruption in our time.
Right.
There may say, in as much as there was corruption, I don't think so. Bet me I can say therefore ya fancy kana nye juma. I was say there. Look, we share your flagship programs na. Sika iko mo e de ye no enye sika to so no aban yaba me kai se 2008 na ye ko elections no propaganda bia ye opponents did to mun say MPP mpanyimfo ye wo bank accounts bi wo Prudential na wo keka sika no accounts a almost MPP for mpanyimfo wo ni nyina ka bomu a eso sini Prudential balance sheet
yede to mo so
how say account sika nkofo account eso sini bank the balance sheet, it is impossible. But nipa gidi so no say ye bon nkofo bi ko edu enye madwuma ne se me defend you. But you assume that everybody is innocent until proven guilty. So ultimately, yabubo nkrofo bi din yabubo sika bi ni ade ebi wo ha afi obe ne sika ne yete so.
Yeah.
Yabubo sika ne yete so. Enti e wo si nyina ye nya ho abotre. Let us give the presumption of innocence. Ya court na yesi wedi for and passe ni say any pakro emrani ni bedi untimi mfani nyina emfra party because nye party ni nyina enekoye. But what we have to be mindful in this country is that corruption is a problem. Ya saying here na nye baako fo ne beko tia corruption timemufo nyina no e wo say ye ma ketashi se ne proe ene kankan eye tan ne yetwe ye ho free ho.
Right.
It cannot be a one-way solution.
Right. Na me pese the first pandemic statistics kakra ainya between the 1918 the influenza epidemic by 1918 and 1919 no the number of deaths I think say be a slip of tongue you mentioned
worldwide.
Okay, worldwide 54 million. No,
yes, worldwide.
Okay, because we'll be sending message now. Officially say Ghana.
So
Ghana was at 50,000. About 50,000.
You see, it came at the back of the Spanish flu.
Yeah.
And worldwide,
it
was about
54 million.
Yes.
Sure. That is correct. Now, Mami Misa, for your ministry, before we come down to other things within the party, for your ministry as energy ministry, what na hope? It seems a problem with energy ministry. We are still struggling. Meaning, say what meter issues and now what electricity charges no so a wash. Doom so kakra. And in the in fact, Ashanti region, be 2 weeks in the crowd and and free ministry hono. Buy initially. Handle ya Agyarko time. Yanshada who said no say doom so be say yanshada until once in be in terms when it comes to enyamakania once say bibi ibi koso. But the obabe yi wo napo time yenya problem. In fact, Ghana foko complaining krano. Or say omo pese omo son can in fact or can see be my chikra de bonitri so near de. Ama a remu abesi ene. Edu baby container square si akokra wires diaba ibia beyira manfo e dia kogugu baby ni ade. O ministry wa nkasa de ne hye a etam bezem bibisa because de ne hye hɔ ase obia kwa onya problem ba wo de no ya nhye de sesa nyamankane ho ɛhaw yi bebre se ebi ekoso. What was the secret there?
Bebia sikadia trenchie bebre no nsam wo
sika wo
hey na ministry wo ye bo bills no obika say 103 enya 103 ke obi 103 million sika hey. Millions
energy one
and because energy niama no boating
what day
enya say what day na price tax no esusu
okay
so no obesi refinery. Let's say me time na ye plan say ye be expand Tema oil refinery. Ye kika ni nyina bom it was $4 billion. Entinye sika ketwa. Bebia sika kese wo bia no. Nipa ni di akire. So no. And in the contracts no obia e ne wa awie. Energy ministry ho no me koye. De me kachre staff at the deba me say ma ba se ye nyina me beboa ye nyina no ame yi bonsam bi afri ko
okay
ne dum so enti me stress obia amfa na dwenemra. And I used to meet all the power sector heads every Wednesday to plan for the next week.
Okay.
How to dispatch power. What are the problems? So, VRE, Energy Commission, MP, every Wednesday. Next week, power say na ye here, ebia ye here 3,000. Need to deploy 3,000 megawatts of power. A Quincy DMB ne wo ha e wo si yi free ho ansan ye nyasa every Wednesday e betrance near the home komo. In fact, me buy and we catch then very fantastic engineer William Amuna.
Right.
No Greco.
Okay.
And I'm say moon design system be a friend engineers no friend N-1. N-1 na chere say wo kan nyina fu a nie de be na wo hia obekeken si ni a dum so emakura.
Right.
N-1. And they started designing it. In fact, I have a copy of the design. I was say bibia no we need actually. You have to be an activist manager. Omo mame eyibi on me phone. All the generation systems, substations, ni bibia ewo so. Me will be a phone number. Enti me hwe so a na me hu say ebia station bi wo bus bar and now feeder numbers na ba for my friend. Di asamo. Bibi wo ha metimi ayaboa.
Okay.
Once you engage them, omo be hu say we need di akire.
Right.
Ebia anajo me ne me driver ni ya TS me kotema. A great co omo control room.
No correct.
Ya kohwe.
Okay.
Enti omo ni say minister. Empo free mo ba be pia. Na nidi niyama ni nyina achi.
Right.
And you have to stay on it because crisis management.
Okay.
You have to stay on it and also understand say there was a cut cost in power generation. That is why we did the PPA review.
Okay.
So now say the cost was inside the minimum, but the problem seems to be back.
Yeah.
And it may get worse. Minimum.
Sana wuno.
Sana me sankro me sebi microphone me ni omu ye adwuma. Minister say we bibi say koso ye nye ne den anam say bo me say no hwan.
Na ya won offer advice.
Mr. me advisor. So we catch us advice and by force. Say obi be bisawa and ye wo ho kwan. Say ubisa me de minimini.
Na
wo ye yu nyum krom.
Oyo my papa.
Da bi ye yu nyum krom.
Oyo my papa. Enti nimdeɛ no deɛ sɛ nka obetimi kra de bi atoto abɔnten power minister energy minister deɛ wo yi ade wo yɛsi yɛ ni sɛ sɛ deɛ yɛ anamo yɛ na wo deɛ wo yɛ wo mpɛ saa wo
you see niema bi wo ha yɛ tran dem ne yɛka
okay
ɛna nyansa ente bokro so enti wa hwɛ di yɛ no akɔyɛ wo ho ɔmama wo ho bɛyɛ hi
okay
ubisa me a de minim no mɛka kyerɛ where misamia na wo ye yu nyum krom wo kwa aso maka nyum bi
aka masabako na although official statement from president Ankasa reasons as to how 2018 omama would adwuma to her as energy minister no and stating emphatically as to but media reports and others link it to Ameri issues the Ameri power deal in ade sa de no aya na ekoso ye power deals no ni we no ya na de pa na chimunti a ema minister bia akọ a obehwe no yes a problem aba with agreement bia enye ECG ni we ntemu a omo ne other foreign companies bi na omo aye na nu ya omo dia omo ye yes omo ni ECG as a private company na omo contract no ho nsem oba eno so abeye hu omo ko sign ne sen wo de net sen pa ne wum the reasons no was it just hu na ye hi anase deal na nkasa na problem ho
the mechanic say deal no problem be any
Ameri deal no
you see a contractor na wo dada
ben mike ne mami kakra
a contractor na wo dada na in the energy sector the worldwide contract negotiations are very tricky and very difficult. Why? Because almost control energy systems and production. Nipa kakrebi, companies kakrebi.
Right.
They bring agreements that are very difficult to amend.
Okay.
And in the amendment, in trying to force the amendment, you run into all kinds of problems.
Okay. So, when you pay, and one or more pay,
and one on pay.
Okay.
And Sabi, Ohieni, one tamoane hado.
Yes, you young cania, you we know.
So we are compelled to accept certain things that to me,
okay.
Na edru baby na wo he how kakra na opese wo sesa no e no din sem bebreba.
Okay.
So e no din sem bebreba. And I think say we as a country that was my recommendation before I left. Have to have in fact we as a country I was chair of the West African Committee of Energy Ministers.
Right.
For 2 years, almost 2 years. My suggestion was that West Africa and the ECOWAS Yankamum Nian sign one template, agree on one energy template.
Okay.
So no. And to say energy company be at the agreement about West Africa, offer her same thing, No one can So no. We as a country have to have a standard agreement passed by Parliament.
Okay.
Conditions are a woman. They must be conditions passed by Parliament. National law.
Yeah.
Into Uba now be arranged. It's in the law.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's the law. The old ban yet so.
Okay.
So
right.
To me, say all developing countries are at a disadvantage when it comes to energy systems negotiations. Well, ono ujin so obeboa. Ono ne wari no opewo. So no. Ena wo so wadi amia.
Tu hia no. Okay.
Enti ebufa so. Na the mimi hu ye ne say, and not just in Ghana. The time I left, my counterpart or Cote d'Ivoire, or no, so he left.
Time I will free energy ministry.
The same month.
You free as minister.
Yes, the same month.
Or no
Cote
free.
d'Ivoire, or no, so he free.
Because
meneno ni akre trouble say, niema bi wo ha yempini.
Ejina aban mo aban no ntimo ase Cote d'Ivoire ho na mpanimfo no ntina na na won so ha no na na do ntewa ase.
Well, me can say na do pe, but all across West Africa, me Cote d'Ivoire and Claude was minister war Benin. Also the following month. Until he went back to Paris. I want to buy obey.
Now omu interest in the
you see,
I'm penning for no one and particularly Emra Yedimu
and your personal interest. You see, pressure. Say independent power producers. Let's say company A will produce 600 megawatts of power. Also, won't you make into my shut it down. Who president who dare a bit dare so just say go
okay
young kasa Ghana and kasa you need facilities a bet me akase damn you akosombo ye 1060 megawatts of power, but that's the nameplate. In reality 960 megawatts.
Yeah,
we are akosomba. All the others owned by private and normally foreign. So no. And to me so many.
Okay.
Now what president no? Can you imagine say foreign companies say would they make into year shut it down by 1,000 megawatts of power? Your grid system will even collapse. Into Pamchosa also go. Enti presidents and yes sikabia onye free. Now show the political consequences of the actions that they can take. So no. Now adobre. Enti we are always held at as hostages and at ransom. Until say yankasa ye benya yankasa ye sources. Akosombo, who is going to shut Akosombo down?
Wow.
And if Akosombo shuts down, all the other independent power producers can produce.
Wow. It won't shut down yet. BBBA say in the contracts.
No,
you had any.
No,
in a married deal. No, why shut down yet? BBA.
Metna Bank of New York over 20 years. Every year, me have 4 audits. SEC audit. SEC, which is the federal audit. May state audit. State of New York audit. May City of New York audit. And I may Bank of New York audit. 4 audits every year.
Right.
For over 20 years. Man fairly a single audit, including administrative audits.
Right.
Never failed. Na Bank of New York, Shika, in the day. Worldwide, we operated in 125 markets. Transaction values, both cash, quasi-cash, and securities, are a chameme desk in operations. Over $1 trillion a day.
Wow.
Na
tiwa hu scanner hu
me famu kapre.
Wow.
Na obia be site me auditor. Na contract ba kun sika na ebe me. Me di me here receive. And na me sika nya ade a epusu me.
Okay.
I always say I don't want to ever to be remembered as a rich man. I always want to be remembered as a kind person. So no. Enti se me kwa akotra baby assign contract na no. Unyame.
Right. Back to the MPP. So say right now when you're flag bearer from top bottom approach. Say ye be executives, national, any regional, any acquired down to even polling stations. Yes, you're not the bottom top. Well, you're well experienced. What will that check? Then now, a bemano aye strong ewu any top bottom approach. Then a bemano aye strong would that have any effect on more party? No. Men can say elections and can be legitimate people to lead the party. They bit me affect people who will be elected.
Well, to me, said this is the first time I hear top down.
Right.
You be that. When I 34 years, you be that. Enti untimin chre se say ne besi and not say ne besi. Ubetimi susu say. So no.
Right.
Influences maybe, but election it depends on influence.
Okay.
Every election are influenced. Nyana Donald Trump tewa or say Venezuela kitwa we be influence in the elections. Every elections is a question of influence, legitimate or illegitimate. There was a party for nyina edito one dream say. Baby, I just say slippery slopes.
A white true.
Hey. Baby, a party in a white true.
But you see, yes, flag bearer, but because I don't know reason to almost a flag bearer, and you want to party is in disorder. I will be a year by see no
will be a dear chem. So, arguments say Bruni or said the proof will be in the proof is in the pudding, eating of the pudding.
But now there's a clear leader.
There's a clear leader, no dispute.
All right.
So, anything I say, that argument is closed. Bawumia is the undisputed flag bearer of the party. Right. Argument to be any.
Right.
Ninsuns say in so ben ena ebeba party no so. Obi to me chire.
Okay.
There me a futu a me de bema party man say. Yenhwe baby a yegina sese na yenhwe niema ehia party no akanifo a ombetimi aso party no ene ne ya ebeboa party no se ne ebeya yenhwe ebeboa me ahihye party no from egina ne nan so na akogina ne dademu a ema odosronko bi ebaye ho.
Okay.
Eno de party ma ena so bia ni sum ye kodi nkomo ode kwa adwendwenem se so me yini say ene beboa party no ana me dane to ha ene beboa party no ni nyina no the end game must be me edie na me ya ebeboa party no me nkoso nye edie na me ya ebeko tia party no me nyaye. That is what it has to enter our minds at this point.
We believe say Baumia 2028, looking at him as a flag bearer, candidate via NDC, the Nebeba Biano, any threat to you? More party no.
No, elections no want to me any jaw.
Okay.
So no. In the Art of War, a book called The Art of War.
Okay.
Or say the minute you underestimate your opponent, you have lost.
Okay.
So no, I say wouldn't kotokone fankoba ana bofo akwa ekobo nsi oh na we nom de say ye de team C kura kwa ye be hye wom ana wo de team no mo jeja wom fankoba be hye osisia. You've underestimated your opponent.
Okay.
Enti media, we should never underestimate our opponents. NDC yan ka said de odi bebe bia no yensuro ana yensuro.
Okay.
The was say ye shemu kina she ye ho nkran say de tie bia no eye kodini ne adwumaden ene ye koye me de metu adwuma mienu a me de ato mani so say me ye chairman na me ye said the Beshisha party, no party, ne Gina Pintin.
For national chairman, no.
It's a national chairman.
And we need to adhere to say obey them.
Beshisha party, no. Me Gina Pintin. Na ho den abem. Na odo any odo sunku bia na tememufo wo maye. Na ye party manankasa ahosepe foforo bia omo benya edi aye adwuma ensam rembio. Party ni gina yi a na flag bearer no it is a platform. So flag bearer be gina platform so na himu a. Confidence bi anim, gidie bi anim. But obegina platform so no who say ejina pintia eno ne mana kokudro mo kokodanim. Te mehihye enu hwia na de kopretu. De etoso mienu a medi si mani so no say. Da se boa e wo se mitimi ye dwumaden bo Dr. Boakye Chidom. No winning elections, nobody president of Ghana. Me person me chairman of an opposition party for how long? 2 years show. The year kobe nyina yen kanfo nyina ye de kopre to me. Ono na say party yi no say ye kan defo ye de no kopre to me. Nti ono na wo se boni Chidom. With me in the lead say papa ni yi na man ye de no ko akoji to me. Kwan bia ye be faso e de agi to me no yankoji. It is not a question of either we win or we lose. It is either we win or we win.
Because you see, as I share NPP, I said, okay, so be united, or bring unity. As a flag bearership risk, no way ready. But a command being to tour yem from other factions, no near the more supporters, especially from the grassroots one. And same pino, of course, when you win a penal, Marco Fawin a diaba, and sa, I don't know, you wouldn't say a very, very difficult task to mend.
That is true.
Strategy,
but assembia ba ketrema nekam.
Okay.
So no.
Right.
And assembia no wa yedina deduanai.
Okay.
Assembia no wa yedina deduanai.
Okay.
Ye kan we twem.
Right.
Ntawantawa ba enuanom ntemo a ye trans eneka.
Okay.
Unity is going to be key. Say me say ye hye party me gina na so unity ka ho. Ye nka mo a ye gina enye yi.
Right.
E was na unity no so egu ahoro mienu. De dikan unity of purpose. E di nti en ye kan bom.
Right.
In our case, in Kabum wa ye peno, it's about power. Ye Kabum akopre to me. That is our only objective.
Right.
So no. Edi asante no, a senti.
Yeah.
Nkrofo Kabum is send denchira etiti won hye won so. Yen kamom ni yen kosa, ni yen kutusa, ni yen tu denchira fo free ye konso. And they they succeeded.
Unity.
Enti yeso no ye kan bom akopre to me. So oma party for eti ase se to me nti ne ye kan bom a ye kopre na obi a chefa wo mu a ebe adwuma. The etosum ye no unity of action or unity for action. Nipa mienu enya sem na me begina ho munya mananka na me kote dada me demu omo nka mo
right
e wo so timi ni saa afanu no ana afa no trans na kasa dani akrokro ene perepere ye ene nukredie bem se ne beya enti ase beya adwuma
right
enti afanu ana afa no nyina eye nkomodi a wo se koso na kakra obia boto ne yem.
Okay.
So no.
Right.
Untimi nka say you can't order it. Hey, who's die? And I who's die? Enya dwuma.
Okay.
Emotions akoma ne yede yade no. Enti wo se kasa dani akrokro ne chewpa. Ekoso.
Okay.
Na abut kuma ba fomu a. Na ya chia shake hands na fe ye nyina ate ase se sign Wintino. A sign with to me a year painting.
Yeah.
Mummy and Camumni and cooperate to me. Football club be or UK. Now I say 2 strikers. Woman Kasa.
Yeah.
Woman Kasa. Na bakunya ball. Na oshena baby ojina no. Ne yonko a onene nkasa ne betimi ahya opase man. Adentra
Teamwork.
Apart from teamwork, winning bonus.
Okay. It's ready.
Winning bonus.
Okay.
Wo de menene nkasa de so me fa ma no.
Osha yi
nyina ye dem.
Obi ansa be
kan.
I see.
So no, ye ma party 40 ase se.
Okay.
Unsa demu a ye ni nyawo. Na ye ni nyawo so.
Right.
Emsa adwene ne besesa.
Right.
Say de asem na aba. Asem bia ye ni na daduanan. Na kasade ne chowpa ne nokure ebamu a. Me wogidie bi se ano bebrase.
Nhyira Boakye Agyarko na benene edi nkomoyi onimnyamfo former energy minister say ope NPP national chairman wachre kwan obefa so obekeka amanyoku no ede abom no wahwe na okasa akra che the humility and all those things ekra o mention until okasa bontin bebre nti when it comes to say omani training ton no nanu yetimi issue statement ye discipline we ni asa atwe asan secretary de ba asimasi we ye be suspended na asa atwe krata na asan eni ade no de no obetimi aye firm de.
I have to.
Wow.
I have to, and I will be.
Okay.
You see, soldier for almost assembly omoka. Almost in terms of discipline. Almost say the public execution of one is the instruction to the entire battalion.
Okay.
Sebako fun. Now discipline no in front of the battalion. Obiati asese ono so fun edibedino.
Okay.
Na obi fun now the che na obi fun na wonfa ncha e maboto ye mumba.
Emma, sure.
Emra na yedi ye adwuma. Ye party na your constitution. One of our core values is the respect for law and order, rule of law.
Right.
And to mean fa ni baako enyai baako. Yes, I know it means we are not equal before the law.
Right.
And na me say your constitution there's an answer.
The track is it. A trinket one Agyarko.
Kakapene, Tatiane, once and natural.
No could see it in them.
No omnem. Yes, sir. Party no nemu nyam sote.
Right.
Oda was a party menyano esote. Onim se enkwasi abuo betimi abem.
Okay.
Enti esom no esote. Okay. Ye saa niema nyina wisi ebeboa ye pa.
Right. Meja wa mu akono and State of the Nations address eba. I didn't know expect say Betia now hwese mampani beka ho asem looking at the 1 year you kra mu edebesi ne ya obema State of the Nation then I will expect it before se beja wa mo
madam fubi also the same adequate.
Oh sir,
the same adequate. Adequate
so dollar rate ni ade nso abeba
ye de niema bi huna ye ho a ehun hia
sir.
Dollar rate eye afemu etise boha etwa eba fomu a ekutie binom exporters eba fomu ekutie exporters but importers so omo enjoy enti untimi mfa weni nsi ba kun biso. Look, in macroeconomics there are about 10 or 12 indicators a ekrese economy ne eya na enye. Adenti ni afa ba ko na mienu bi ene edi botonton sansan.
Tinenko nka de ho asem.
Employment.
Okay, adwuma. Okay.
Youth employment. So no. Sanitation. Environment.
Yeah, hu ni die nom ni ade.
Yes. Environment, sanitation. Galamsey nie. So no, health. Now ukoye inflation no mne hwan no hwan I say u bohwere manage jutri. Intermediate de mehu any de matin. Madam fu no on next say me word no say same adecroment.
Same adecroment.
Adecroment. Adecruya.
Wow.
Adecruya. Yebeti yebeti na ahwedi tuem. Na meni naso say BBT trubia be free mo ba.
Oh, we need to be probably.
Nanya na DVL ne hwan DVL in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
No pay me count.
Metie pa, metie to nim.
Era Boakye Agyarko. MPP for TUCC. O final words to them say. EBM Nhyira FM.
Yo.
Faso kasa chiro.
Me da wase akonya ya wodi amam we fidi kese so. Ye di kan. Mesre wo mo chita. Me pray the Bia national chairman of the party.
Okay.
Omo hwe dwuma maye wo party mu for the past 34 years. Sumo amasum.
Okay.
Na omo fa wo mu ni nto ho. Na omo nta mechi for abane beto no September 19th.
Okay.
Omo ta mechi a minimi se maye dwuma din ama party no. Ama Kenya party no ma party no ejina nnan so. Ne to sumino March 1st ye share registration as a membership registration.
Right.
Misremo nyado. Wa wo supporter, wa wo member dada, wa wo pese party no ye sorry jina ne na so bia. Mon sorry waka. No bia nko chiro no din. No odin mra ngomanum because odin wo mu a ene na wanu duru bedwam.
Sure.
Na wanfa wodi ankohye ngomanum na wote nchen na ye ka o ka no wanu nu bedwam a eya no aye ho ti mesre obia supporters wan so kotro wodi na usunya say in how the party is managed.
Right. Honorable Boakye Agyarko yedase anope.
So that would be
yeah, wish you well so in the contest.
Thank you very much.
All right. Debusia me ba sisi ya.